I've known a lot of girls who've like been talking to men and gotten them to buy plane tickets and been like, "Oh yeah, I will come see you." And like once they get the tickets, it's like blocked.
I did
What?
That. I did that
It's like
once.
so yeah.
Hold on. Tell me
So
about this.
they weren't talking to men. They weren't talking to men.
Whatever, they got their plane ticket, so
Yeah.
whoever they were talking to, it worked.
That's called a simp. SIMP.
Oh shit. Are you a red pill guy?
It looks like people that are a part of the red pill is starting to take hold across the board. You know, I've seen some people that said that the red pill was dead. I don't know how you can say that because the red pill is not a segment of the internet. The red pill is a mindset, it's a philosophy. In a general sense, red pill is just basically waking you up to the reality of what's really going on. You can apply it to anything. You can apply it to finances. You can apply it to relationships. You can apply it to politics and the reality of what's really happening, and that most of these decisions come back to power and money. It's not necessarily doing the thing that's in the best interest of the people. So for her to basically explain to us how somebody committed fraud, because it is fraud, and it's being leveraged against guys that don't know any better and is willing to send money over to a woman in order to fly them over. And then for her friend, y'all didn't even see the one in the red, but the friend in the red was like, "Oh yeah, I did that before." You liar. You liar. We don't believe you. You need more people. And I'm glad that we got a guy that's on here that basically called out the bad behavior and said, no, that's called a simp. He should have also said that that's fraud. But I'm glad that she's feeling some type of way about it.
I don't know. I'm more like just the truth dude. I don't prescribe to any pills. I just go with the truth.
Well, question, all right? Like, do you? Let's go down this route. I love it.
No, I'm gonna be so angry. I'm gonna be so mean. Okay.
Oh,
but
really? Why you gonna be mean? Why? See?
Because
let me tell you where you're messing up. Let me tell you where you're messing up right there. You're already telling me you're now going to have biased, incorrect, emotional based opinions that are based on you being mean. I said I just go with the truth, which is completely neutral.
How original, calling a woman emotional and saying her judgment's clouded by emotion. What an original take.
She literally just said that she's going to be mean to him because he says that he just speaks in truth, and then he identified her bad behavior and he wasn't in agreement with her. See, the biggest repellent to a woman that is under the guise that she can continue to implement bad behavior is to hold her accountable. Women are incredibly, not all women, but women of this ilk, are incredibly allergic to accountability. And so because he called her out on her BS and he didn't simp for her in order to be like, that was just funny or whatever. No, he held her accountable as a result of it. She got emotional and said that she was going to be mean. Instead of sticking to the sticking points of whatever the conversation was happening, she felt some type of way because now she understands that she was spilling some BS.
Never heard that
sounds
before.
like that's like me saying that sounds like, hey, you just called a camera a camera. That's unoriginal, but isn't it still a camera? But we haven't even gotten into it yet. I just said, you know what I mean. That's how you starting off.
So it is a red pill situation. No, I think any guy who's like, yeah, if you do something nice for your girl, you're simping. It's like, oh, so you hate women?
Yeah.
Now that you see how they gaslight, you see how they move the goalposts. She started off the conversation by saying that she knows women, and then her girl in the red said that she did it too, that finesse guys out of plane tickets and then block them once they get the plane ticket. And now it's you hate women. This is exactly the blueprint. Next thing you know, they're going to probably call you gay. It's another situation where they say that you bitter and that you hurt and who hurt you. And so this is classic 101 women talking points when they don't want to hold themselves accountable, and then they want to blame men and then say that it's toxic or that you're red pill, or they start throwing names and ad hominem attacks instead of identifying what's wrong with them. It's you the problem. You're the problem. Now you hate women. He said nothing about hating women whatsoever. The only thing he said was this was toxic simp behavior from men, and he should have called it out as fraud.
No.
Where's the line? Where's the line?
Yeah, I didn't know that you hated women, but okay.
No. But if you let somebody play you into buying them tickets, to go on a trip that you just met, you just started dealing with, and you buy a trip to Cancun, yeah, you're putting yourself on the path to simping. Especially as you said, they use the guys, right?
He too nice.
Look, this was back in the day when it was.
Oh, now it's back in the day.
This was, back when I was selling my services, and it was like talking to my girls who were also on the
Selling your services.
thing. So it was like, it wasn't like, nothing was being hidden. Like, it wasn't like, oh, we're genuinely trying to have a thing.
So the guys knew that they was going to get blocked when they bought the plane tickets. I got it.
It's like, okay, you're
That's
trying to do
worse.
something.
That's
Yeah.
even worse. In the words of the great pimp, Iceberg Slim, the reason it's called a trick is because you trick this dude into paying something that a real man can get for free.
Facts.
Oh yeah, we're going to red pill around. Hell yes.
That's a fact.
Seriously, I didn't even know.
Well,
I wouldn't have guessed, but here we are.
So you were selling, services. God knows what kind of services, but we can only guess. And it was back in the day, and now you feel some type of way because we're unwilling, and we've learned how to do better, and so we're unwilling to take your services, or better yet, the finesse that you using in order to continue to use men. We all know that there's always going to be another simp that come down the road, but this is unfortunate that we still see this in 2023 leading into 2024. And I'm glad that we have a guy that knows how to articulate himself and call it out for what it is.
I'll ask you, Emily. Should women get paid for men to take them out on dates?
Should women get paid?
Yeah.
If that's what they're offering as their service, then yes. If they're like genuinely just trying to go on a date, then no.
Okay.
Wait, did you ask, should a woman get paid to go on a date with a man?
If that's what they've advertised, if that's what they've said.
What if
the expectation is? Then yes.
Somebody sends you a tender or a handshake, like, hey, I'd love to take you on a date, and you're like, okay, I'll go, but for $50, it's that.
I mean, that's like, it's kind of like, then I would want to talk to the girl more and be like,
man.
Look, this is not where you need to go. Let me tell you which websites you need to go to and how you need to approach it. Tinder's not the place. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, there's a market out there for that. It's
Yeah,
not my
and
market.
if that's like it's like you're not in that market, so then no, you shouldn't have to pay for a date. But if you're a man in the market, then yes, you should pay for the date because
It's called prostitution. If you're paying a woman to go out on a date with you, that is a form of prostitution. You're rendering a service. You just may not get no box as a result of it, but you're rendering a service for compensation. She doesn't necessarily have to like you as a result of it, but she's going to be incentivized to do so because you're rendering money over into her. And so you exchange it, and you're basically paying for box, or you're paying for the possibility of box, which is even worse than just paying for box. Listen, man, don't let women that throw ad hominem attacks at you convince you that you're anything other than a man that's standing on principle and standing on purpose. Even if they try to shame you and attack you, understand that they just identify that their behavior is wrong and you're not the one that's going to go for it. And that's the biggest problem, and that's the biggest kryptonite that comes along with women, is that A, they don't take accountability, and that B, they instead of them taking accountability, they start to throw attacks at the men that then hold them accountable. Instead of looking in the mirror, they're looking out the window. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Tune into the live stream tonight on Wednesday. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.